Thank you so much for still staying with the Morning at NTV. Let's delve into our business conversation this morning. Now, the top 100 mid-sized company survey by the Daily Monitor, KPMG and DFCU is back. In studio, we have the Director, Tax and Regulatory Services, KPMG, Mr. Peter Chabande, and the Senior Manager, Enterprise Banking at DFCU Bank, Mr. Francis Kamnia Mulero, to actually help us understand why we need to prepare our SMEs for this particular survey. Thank you, gentlemen, for coming in studios and making time to come on board.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so this is the 11th edition
Yes,
of this particular survey.
that's true.
And also, you know, that winds up with some gala awarding dinner kind of thing, just to appreciate this SMEs for doing amazingly well. Now, just tell us more about this particular 11th edition, and I think I can start with you before we go to KPMG, because you're the brain behind this. Why are you still on board as a sponsor? What does this mean for DFCU Bank, especially in this 11th edition?
Okay, thank you very much. DFCU being one of the leading banks that has specifically focused on this segment of SMEs for a very long time, we've gotten to appreciate the role that SMEs play in this economy. If you look at the information from Uganda Investment Authority, you learn that SMEs are accountable for about 90% of this economy, and they contribute 20% to the GDP.
Correct.
In so doing, they are creating wealth and also creating jobs. So as DFC, we believe in participating in this survey. It will help us gain more insight on the challenges of SMEs, and as such help us to customize the solutions that we have for them. So it is a win for us.
All right. So what you're looking forward to is to understand the challenges and see how you can create products that will help them through in this particular journey.
Sure.
All right. Let's go to KPMG. 11th edition, big things coming through. The survey is still ongoing, started in July, gonna end in end of October. What does this mean for KPMG? What's your core, and why are you consistent in this particular journey of supporting SMEs?
SMEs, as indicated by Francis, they are key to our economy, and they contribute 20% and more to this economy. And recognition of this segment is key to help our economy to grow. And that's the reason why we started this initiative together with Monitor Publications and Nation Media across East Africa, because this initiative is not only in Uganda. It is in Kenya, it is in Tanzania, it is also in Uganda. And we have been running this initiative for 11 years now in Uganda, 12 years in Kenya, and 10 years in Tanzania. And we have seen a lot of benefits to the SMEs, because we have seen growth of the SMEs in their structures, because many of them were informal. You would find they had no board structures in place. But over the years, we have seen them increasingly from the survey, getting boards in place, improving their structures, improving their record keeping, and as such, the sustainability of the business is getting better. Because one of the statistics that we have in this country, that so many SMEs start and they die in the first year.
Yes.
But we have seen increasingly the entities participating actually growing and going beyond even now 10 years. Because
tell us more about that, because then, you know, someone who is watching today, especially the SMEs, because this, you know, band of the show is actually watched by quite a number of business people, SMEs alike. And someone would ask, you said that thanks to this survey, then SMEs are pushed from to actually grow from the informal cadre to the formal, and to do things right.
True.
So what exactly happens when someone is participating in this survey that pushes them to the next level?
Okay, so through the survey, we have questionnaires where we find out the challenges that they are facing. And once the survey is done and we have recognized the top 100, then we arrange forums. These forums are to address the challenges that are faced. For example, yesterday we were having a forum on financing options, whereby SMEs were being told, if you want to do a long-term business, what kind of finance you should be looking out for, what kind of different alternatives of financing available to you. The last month we are looking at how do you survive in this competitive world. these days globally. So competition was one of the biggest challenges, and we brought in experts to talk to them about how to manage competition and make sure that you grow your business sustainably.
Correct.
Before that, a month before, we are looking at policy, taxation, because a number of entities were having challenges with understanding tax policy. And we brought in experts to address aspects
So
to
this
deal with
forums
that.
actually happen in between the survey
Yes.
period.
Yes.
Okay, interesting. Let me go to DFCU Bank, and one of the key challenges for SMEs to scale is affordable financing or affordable credit or capital. What is DFCU doing to make sure they match that particular demand? Especially many are crying foul about the interest rates that are totally up there.
Okay, thank you very much. Like I mentioned, we've played in this particular space for so many decades. Over time, DFCU has been has positioned itself to be that partner that is willing, able, and able to listen to SMEs. Throughout that time, we've gotten to appreciate the challenges. Like you mentioned, when it comes to access to financing, we have so many financing options with flexible collateral requirements. For example, recently we just introduced the Baraka loan. With the Baraka loan, you can access a facility without this rigid requirement of security, because most of the times when you go to the bank, they will tell you we want registered security, registered landed property and all that. But then I'll also tell you, if you look at the total land holding, less than 20% of it is registered. So if you're going to provide support to SMEs and you know that many of them don't have that kind of collateral, then you need to come up with a very flexible option.
All right.
So we have a mix of such facilities structured well, priced appropriately, with experienced relationship managers to support our SMEs.
Okay, all right. And you're not just giving out loans, but walking the process and the journey with them.
Of course.
Because that's where a majority of financial institutions actually lack. They welcome you with smiling faces when getting the loans, but they leave you alone. Then when you default, they come knocking, you know, and that's where a majority of SMEs actually shy away from commercial banks. All right, the ongoing, survey is started in July, ending in October. Is it too late for someone who wants to jump on board?
No, it's still open. First of all, participation is voluntary as long as you meet the criteria. And the criteria is because we are mainly focusing on medium enterprises, the criteria is turnover between 360 million and 25 billion.
Okay.
Then you should have financial records for the last 3 years.
All right.
And this entity should not be a bank and should not be an insurance entity.
Okay.
So to the extent that
what about the brokers?
So
and the Shylocks?
as long as they have a business and it's within that, they could.
Okay.
Because they are not fully regulated, but we eliminate insurance companies and banks. So it is still open for participation. And we encourage as many as possible participate, because there's a lot of benefit that will come through. And then, as you indicated, we'll have a conference on the 28th of November, where we'll disseminate the information from the survey, and then crown it all with a gala dinner on the 29th of November.
All right. So someone can still plug in?
Yes.
How do I go about plugging in?
So in terms of plugging in, we have a general questionnaire and a financial questionnaire. And we have researchers who are doing this. So you can contact KPMG or the Daily Monitor and Monitor Publications if you want to participate. Or you can call 0392 080 708, and that is a number for the main research team. Then they'll get the questionnaire, the general questionnaire and the financial questionnaire for you to complete it. For you to participate, you must complete both questionnaires.
Both questionnaires.
Yeah. So if you complete one, then you will not be within the rest.
When is the deadline for submission?
The deadline for submission is, as we said, by 31st of October.
Won't it be too late?
No, it will not be too late. But preferably, would want you to submit as soon as possible.
All right.
Yeah.
Mr. Mulero, last remarks as we wrap this up. What should SMEs be expecting from DFCU Bank in the near future? Touch on that critical aspect of walking the journey with them. After giving them this financial aid, what more do you do to make sure that they carry out the businesses in the appropriate way for them to realize a profit and be able to actually pay back these monies?
Okay, thank you very much. As Peter broke down the challenges of the SMEs, beyond accessing financing, there are things like competition, guiding them on record making, proper record keeping. So looking at all those challenges, we have, as DFCU, we also come in on the supply side of advice. Yes, we shall look at their businesses, identify the point where they need financing, organize business clinics where they can meet with people we've groomed or people that have grown the system, the top-notch SMEs in this country, to share knowledge and also probably connect them to the markets, because you see, to survive in this competitive environment with the big boys, you need to know where to supply so that you get good margins.
Right.
Yes, we shall also price their financing very appropriately. And about pricing, beyond the price, we also do appropriate structuring, because we need to match the correct need with the correct kind of financing. Because you see, if I'm going to give you a short-term financing for a need that will take a bit of some time to bring returns, then that way I'll be killing you. So we have studied this, we understand them, we know their challenges, even when they, of course, challenges are not, say, static. As the environment changes, as the landscape changes, as more people come into the industry, they introduce certain other risks. We are part of this survey to anticipate the other risks and continue to walk the journey with them.
And I love the approach that you're taking, the diagnostic approach, because SMEs really don't know what their challenges are. They can just tell you, okay, fine, I'm not selling, or X challenge is what is making my business not grow, but they really don't understand the ins and outs of it. But it's good that you actually take that diagnostic approach to ensure that you open up their eyes for them to realize the critical issue that they're grappling with. As we wrap this up, Mr. Chambade, the clock is ticking, the days are coming to a close. What should you be expecting this time round, post the gala, post the 2019 survey?
Post the 2019 survey, we are going to have more engagements in terms of forums, whereby we bring in experts from within and from outside, like from sister countries like Kenya, whereby we share experiences from the SMEs that have walked the journey and have done very well. So we'll be bringing them in to share experiences, and we also plan to organize exchange visits, whereby the members exchange and go to Kenya, and we have done this before, go to South Africa, so that they see how it is being done, and then come and see what they can improve on their side.
Top of mind, do you have any list or any names of SMEs that have stood out for the past few years?
Yeah, we have had many of them that have gone, actually, who have grown and even gone beyond the top 100 segment, what we call Club 101. That means they have grown and jumped the 25 billion mark.
Exponential growth.
Yes, so we have over 25 over this period that have grown that. So there is progress.
All right, and there's actually huge benefit for SMEs for this particular kind of, survey, which is critical. And I love that you're saying that the survey is not just a survey for us to get the top winners, but also for SMEs to realize where they are at and what more they can do to grow. Thank you so much, Director Tax and Regulatory Services, KPMG, Mr. Peter Chambade, and also the Senior Manager, Enterprise Banking, DFCU Bank, Mr. Francis Kamia Mulero. Thank you, gentlemen, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you.
All right, so we have to link to Walter Mwesije right after this short commercial break. He'll be bringing us updates with regards to the 64th Commonwealth Parliamentary Conference that is underway. Stay with us.
You're watching Morning at NTV. Uganda is for the second time since her independence hosting the Commonwealth Parliamentary Conference, CPC, with over 1,000 delegates and guests from the 53 Commonwealth countries including Africa, Australia, British Islands and Mediterranean, Canada, Caribbean, Indian America and Atlantic, Asia, Pacific and Southeast Asia. The conference will focus on issues of climate change, facilitations for persons with disability, separation of powers, urbanization and innovation in parliaments, among others. Do not miss the official opening of the 64th Commonwealth Parliamentary Conference live on NTV and online this Thursday, 26 September 2019 at 10 a.m.
Bagoba b'ebidduka oba bavuzi bannange tufube okweyambisa emisipi gino gye bakolera mu motoka kuba gituyamba obutakoona mitwe gyaffe mu steering oba dashboard oba abasaabaze betutwala mu motoka obuteekoona mu kabiseera ak'akabenje. Emisipi gino gitukwata emmotoka ne zitukasuka bweru bwe ziba zeefuula. Ate oba oli awo tulina okufuba okulanga emisipi gino giri mu mbeera.
On the next episode is brought to you by
Roofings, strength of a nation.
I didn't know you and Holmes were stopping by.
He's not here, just me.
Everything okay?
Could we talk privately?
My name's Jim Fowkes. I'm the Chief Investment Officer. This is Daniel Cho, our Chief Financial Officer, another in-house board member.
Yep, you're all chief of something. You're wondering if I'm worth it. I could provide a demonstration if you'd like. I'm fairly sure, for example, that these two are sleeping with each other. You really should be more careful of your body language. And you, for some reason, have recently used a solvent to remove fingernail polish.
I've seen executives like you come and go. A little bit of smarts, a whole lot of ego.
Take my word, you've never seen anyone like me.
Oh, sure I have. What are they doing here?
I'm not really sure. Bought me some time, though. Did you know I pick locks?
Roofings, strength of a nation.